Hi everyone, I'm a gal from the USA, just past my 60th birthday, and still full of energy. Today, I want to share a very real story of mine, how I beat insomnia with some simple evening habits. If you've ever lain awake all night, counting the hours with stinging eyes and a foggy mind, I get it, I've been there. I'll tell you about the days I wrestled with sleep, and how I finally found a way to snooze like a baby without popping any pills. This isn't some fairy tale, it's my honest journey from endless restless nights to peaceful slumber. I hope my story helps you reclaim your sleep, because at our age, a good night's rest is pure gold. Insomnia used to be my #1 enemy, a shadow that crept in every time the sun went down. Back when I lived in Seattle, Washington, that rainy city where the drizzle never quits, I'd sit by the window watching the drops roll down the glass, and come bedtime, my eyes would be wide open. Some nights, I'd lie in bed, listening to the steady patter of rain, while my brain spun like a top with random thoughts. I'd worry about whether I'd remember to grab milk at Safeway tomorrow, fret over my grandbaby starting preschool and if she'd cry, or suddenly recall that time I dropped a pumpkin pie right in front of everyone at Thanksgiving. A total mess in my head. I'd joke with my husband, "Honey, I think my brain's a broken record player. It just won't stop spinning." I tried all the tricks people swear by, counting sheep from 1 to 100, sipping chamomile tea from Whole Foods, even turning on a white noise machine my daughter gave me with ocean waves, but nothing worked. Some nights, I'd only catch 2 hours of shut-eye, waking up exhausted, my head heavy like a rock, eyes circled like a raccoon's. I figured this was just part of getting older, but deep down, I wasn't ready to live with that forever. I'd read somewhere that seniors often struggle with sleep because our bodies change, hormones aren't what they used to be, and daily stress piles up. I thought, okay, maybe I'm stressed. But stressed about what? I'm retired now, no more office deadlines or late-night presentations like back in my Atlanta days. The house is fine, the kids are grown, the grandkids are sweet, so why couldn't I sleep? One rainy day, I wondered if Seattle's constant drizzle was making me gloomy and sleepless. But no, I love this city. The cozy vibe of sipping hot coffee by the window, listening to the Eagles rock tunes on the radio mixed with the rain. So what was the problem? I decided I had to figure it out. I couldn't let insomnia win forever. Everything shifted when I met Linda, a friend I bumped into at a local craft fair right in downtown Seattle. She's 68, used to work at a bank in Portland, and now lives in a cute little house near Puget Sound, that stunning bay I'd drive by every weekend. Linda always looks radiant, with rosy cheeks and bright eyes, the kind of person you can tell sleeps like a log every night. I was so curious, I pulled her aside for coffee at the fair and blurted out, "Linda, how do you sleep so well? I'm up all night, and it's killing me." She let out a big, hearty laugh that made me smile too, then said that when she first retired, she struggled with insomnia too, especially after busy days with her grandkids or staying up late for Seahawks games. She saw a doctor who offered sleeping pills, but she didn't want to rely on them, worried about feeling groggy the next day. So, she started experimenting, tweaking her evening routine, and stumbled on some simple habits that worked like magic. Linda spilled all the details, like she was handing me a family recipe. She said she began by turning off the TV earlier, no more The Late Show with Stephen Colbert until midnight, even though she loved his humor. Instead, she'd sit down with a light book, like Chicken Soup for the Soul or short memoirs she snagged for $1 at Goodwill. She wasn't big on reading for hours, just 15 to 20 minutes until her eyes got heavy. Then, she'd warm up a mug of milk, add a tiny spoonful of honey, and sip it slowly in her living room recliner, gazing out the window at the streetlights glowing through the rain. After that, she'd do some gentle stretches, think shoulder rolls, neck tilts, leg extensions, to unwind after a day of sitting or walking around. She said after just 1 week of sticking to it, she was sleeping 5 hours a night, no more waking up in the middle. Over time, it stretched to 7 hours, sometimes 8. She even bragged, "One night I dreamed I was fishing with my grandson at the lake, woke up grinning all day." Hearing Linda's story, I thought, if she can do it, maybe I can too. So, I decided to give it a shot, step by step, no rush. I took Linda's lead but tweaked it to fit my style. First, I ditched my habit of watching Netflix late, though those new Stranger Things seasons were tempting with that 80s vibe I adore. Instead, I grabbed an old favorite book, Anne Lamott's Stuff, with her deep yet gentle voice, and read on my couch under the soft glow of a Target lamp. I'm not great at long reading sessions, 20 to 30 minutes and my eyes start drooping, sometimes nodding off mid-page. Next, I'd heat up a mug of milk, no honey for me, I'm not into sweet stuff, and sip it slowly, listening to Norah Jones' soft jazz through the little Bluetooth speaker my son gave me for Christmas. Then, I'd do some easy stretches, reaching my arms up high like I'm picking apples, rolling my shoulders a few times, and stretching my legs out on the recliner. I'd spend about 10 to 15 minutes, not pushing too hard, just letting my body relax, feeling the day's tension melt away. At first, I didn't expect much. I figured my sleep troubles were just age-related, not something I could fix as easily as Linda did. But that first night, I tossed a bit, then somehow slept 4 hours, way better than my usual 2-hour struggle. I told myself, hey, that's progress, keep going. I stuck with it every night, reading, milk, music, stretching. By the third night, I hit 5 hours, no waking up to the rain anymore. By the end of the week, I was at 6 hours, waking up light and refreshed, not dragging like before. I was thrilled but kept the routine steady, no skipping. After a month, I was sleeping 7 hours straight, sometimes 8, something I thought was impossible. Mornings became a joy. I'd brew coffee, stand on the porch watching the rain, feeling energized like I was young again. One night, I even dreamed of walking Oregon's coast with my husband, the breeze cool, waves crashing, my best dream in years. I realized insomnia wasn't my fate, a few small habits could bring sleep back. What's so special about these habits? Reading, for me, is the game changer. It slows my mind down, stops it from bouncing around like a pinball. I love Anne Lamott's books because her tone is soothing, not intense like thrillers or action flicks on Netflix. One night, I read a bit about her raising her kid, funny and touching, and felt my life lighten up too. I've also tried Better Homes and Gardens magazines, those home decor articles, and they work just as well, nothing heavy to overthink, just pure relaxation. After reading, my mind feels tidied up, no more clutter. And the warm milk? I'm no scientist, but I read somewhere it's got tryptophan, something that makes you sleepy. I don't know for sure, but I know it calms me down. I love holding that warm mug, the heat spreading through my hands, sipping slowly while music plays. Some nights, I've swapped it for herbal tea, chamomile from Trader Joe's, but I stick with milk because it's simple and warms my belly, like a gentle hug before bed. I skip honey or sugar. I'm not big on sweet, but if you are, give it a try. Linda swears it deepens her sleep. Music's my lullaby. I go for Norah Jones jazz, like Come Away With Me or Sunrise. Her voice is so smooth, never jarring like the Stones' rock I blast during the day. I set my Bluetooth speaker in the corner, volume low so it doesn't wake my husband. He's out cold way before me. Some nights, I switch to Spotify's acoustic covers playlist, soft takes on old pop hits, and it knocks me out fast. I've tried rain sounds from sleep apps, but with real rain outside, I don't need it. Music drowns out the cars or steady drizzle, lulling my mind into a dreamy state, ready for sleep. The stretching part? It's just as key, because after a day of TV, gardening, or neighborhood walks, my body gets tight. Nothing fancy. I reach up high like I'm grabbing apples, hold a few seconds, then let go. I roll my shoulders, hearing little pops that feel so good, then sit and stretch my legs out, lifting and lowering a few times to wake them up before resting. I do it for 10 to 15 minutes, not overdoing it, just easing my muscles. Some evenings, I stretch on the porch, watching the rain, feeling every bit of stress slip away. Linda does hers in her bedroom, saying it's like hitting a reset button before bed. This routine works best for me around 9 p.m., after I've wrapped up the day, dishes done, laundry folded, emails checked, ready to unwind. I don't start too late, past 10, my brain perks up again, making sleep harder. I settle in the living room, on my favorite recliner with a thin blanket over my legs for coziness. The soft glow from my table lamp sets a calm mood, not harsh like overhead lights. Some nights, I step onto the porch, watching Seattle's rain, stretching and listening to the drops blend with music. It's like meditation, soothing my soul. Linda prefers her bedroom, with a small bedside lamp casting a warm light, reading and sipping milk. She says it's an instant sleep trigger. I've played around with it to find what fits best. Some nights, I skip the book for podcasts. This American Life or Stuff You Should Know. Their calm voices telling everyday stories lull me right off. Other times, I trade milk for hot cocoa, unsweetened from Costco, and it's nice, but milk's my go-to for simplicity. I've stretched longer, up to 20 minutes, adding hip rolls or side bends, but 10 to 15 feels just right, no need to overdo it. The point is comfort, not forcing anything. Friends got curious when they saw me sleeping well. Judy, my neighbor, tried it but swapped books for Southern Living mags, sipping peppermint tea. She says it's more her speed. Frank from book club skips reading, listens to old football games on the radio while stretching, and says he's sleeping better than ever. My sister in Charlotte tried it too, texting me, "Sis, I got 6 hours last night, love it." It made me so happy, knowing how precious a good night's sleep is after so many restless ones. The trick is consistency, no rushing. I didn't expect 8 hours right off the bat, just built up slowly, day by day. Like Linda, going from chronic insomnia to sleeping like a kid, waking up fresh for Pike Place market trips. In me, I don't dread long nights anymore, no more counting raindrops or fretting over nonsense. Mornings, I brew coffee, watch the rain from the porch, feeling light and chipper. I even bragged to my daughter, "I sleep better than you did as a baby." She laughed, "Mom, you're a senior superhero." I'm convinced anyone can try this, no fuss, no cost. Just a book, or mags, podcasts, whatever you like, a warm mug of milk, some soft tunes, and a few stretches. You don't have to copy me or Linda exactly, tweak it to suit you. Maybe tea over milk, rock over jazz, stretching outside instead of in, as long as it feels good. If Linda and I beat insomnia at our age, you can too. Give it a week, starting tonight, turn off the TV early, grab a book, sip something warm, and let your body unwind. Good sleep doesn't just make you healthier, it brightens your days, like sunshine after Seattle rain. If you love stories and tips like this, don't forget to subscribe to my Harmonic Aging channel. I'll keep sharing ways to live strong and happy in our golden years, from sleep tricks to gardening and bonding with grandkids. Hit subscribe so you don't miss out. Let's make aging awesome together.